Hi everyone, it's TI7 and I'm here with Arteezy from Team EG. Hi, how are you doing today?
Doing good.
What surprised you in the group stage?
I guess the most surprising part was OG, of course, not getting the winner bracket. I think everybody expected them to do well. And just how strong these Chinese teams were. I think people expected LGD and LGDFY to do well, but I think LFY just sort of destroyed their group, and which means to me like they're doing something special, and I'm really eager to play them because of that. I like playing all these like underdog, super good teams, so I'm looking forward to that.
And in playoffs, in main event, you will play against Newbie, your first match. What can you say about this opponent for you?
I feel like we've played Newbie so many times in our, I guess, in this season. Since we formed this team, we played them. Like in MDL, we played them twice, and it feels like throughout the whole year, we're just always playing them in every tournament. I think we have a pretty good like sort of record versus them. I don't think it's too bad. I think it's one of the more even matchups in the winner bracket right now. I would say I'm pretty confident versus them. I think we sort of identified why they beat us in the past and like what they do and what their strength is as a team, and I'm looking forward to playing them.
Can you name two teams which you prefer to meet on your way to the grand final, probably? Who you want to play against?
I really want to play against LFY, and I guess I want to play against Liquid, but I didn't want to play them this early because I think more than likely they're going to beat IG, and we're going to play against them next round of win-win. So I want to play Liquid, but I wanted to play them way later. So I guess we have to play them now.
So about your team, about the group stage, can you name some problems you faced with your team then?
I think most of our problems were sort of related to us overthinking some things, and in the draft we overthought like something in the draft was, I guess we put too much emphasis on it, and it led to us we had a lot of flaws in the draft because of it. And I think just how the group stage laid out, I think it was really good for us to lose a couple games and figure out like what exactly did this team do versus us that made it hard for us to play. And all in all, I think the group stage taught us a lot about our flaws and what we can do to improve and all that kind of stuff. And
so you made the right conclusions, and now you can go with
I think
fresh
so. I think we definitely concluded correctly after our losses.
Sumail is now #1 probably in your team, and some people sometimes say about that you may be a reason of some fails and problems in your team. Have you ever heard about that, and what do you think about that, and how you deal with that?
I don't know. I don't really hear about it. I don't look for it. Maybe if I like go on some forums and stuff, I'll see some people making comments about it. But I don't really look at that stuff. I think it's hard for someone from like an outside view to judge a team, like how it runs correctly. I think they have a very biased view on how they see a team and how they see players. So I don't think it's very wise to like sort of take in what they say seriously. So I just try to ignore it.
All the teams, all the players should know about that and should hear this, because you don't need to go to the forums. Back in the past, if you remember going to TI, did you ever have a feeling that you're gonna win this for sure? And what TI it was?
The feeling I had was at TI4, I felt like we're actually gonna win this. When we beat DK 2-0 at the winner bracket, the first round, since it was like a weird format, it's like we secured top 4. Or top 3, I think, and then I felt like we were gonna win because, like, how we felt at the time was DK was the best team at the tournament, and when we beat them so easily, we felt like on top of the world. The problem was that after we beat them, we had like 30 minutes to prepare for the next match for the top 2. Newbie just finished their match, and then they watched our match, and it was super hard for us to like beat DK and start preparing for Newbie. At least for me, it was. And
so you were probably emotionally exhausted.
Yeah, it was just like my first TI, and I was like, just had a lot of emotions and stuff. Like, holy crap, we beat DK, and then like we had 30 minutes, and I'm like, oh god, we have to play Newbie now, another favorite, and I don't think we had an adequate time to actually prepare mentally and tactically and stuff. So that was like kind of unfortunate. I think if we had more time and we played on a different day, I think that TI
would be different.
Yeah, I think so. The format was just unfortunate. That was like the only other that was like the TI where I thought I would win it for sure. And now I'm getting sort of similar feelings at this TI too, to be honest.
This year? Oh,
yeah.
That's what I wanted to ask you.
Yeah.
So you feel super confident about this?
Yeah, I feel very, like, I can visualize in my head, like, the path that we have to the finals, and it like, I don't feel like, oh God, we might lose to this team or anything like that. I just feel like, wow, okay, so we play this team, and this team, and then in the finals we play this team.
Some people say this is really important, and this actually works to visualize all your dreams.
I got this from like Michael Jordan or something. I remember he always visualized himself with like winning and like having the trophy in his hand. So, yeah.
But if this won't happen, if you won't win the TI, will we see any changes in EG roster? What will happen?
I don't think so. I think we're pretty committed as a team right now. I'd be surprised if we made any roster changes, but you never know what happens at the end of TI, and like when people like start losing, and then people start talking to each other. It might like bring someone over. I don't know. I don't think we'll change though.
What are your dreams besides of winning the TI? Can you name one big dream in your life? Maybe you want to, I don't know, make your business own or family or something like that.
I suck at these questions because I feel like all I do is I think about Dota, and it's hard to think about something other than Dota. If this was me like 3 years ago, I would say that I would want to be in school, completing my like degree, and then going to medical school. But
you want to be a doctor?
Yeah, I wanted to be a doctor.
Which one? Which doctor?
I wanted to mainly be like a general practitioner, and then sort of I got interested in like neuroscience and stuff like that. And then I sort of dropped it all, and I started thinking about Dota only, because I thought that it'd be better to be thinking about one thing fully than mixing my thoughts.
But in the future, you won't play Dota for the whole your life.
Yeah.
Do you see yourself as maybe a coach or something like to work in esports further?
I could see myself after I'm done playing, like I don't know when that is going to be, but I can see myself doing something in Dota or esports, or just I guess in the scene in some manner, being either a coach or like being involved in like maybe EG as a whole. I'm not sure. I would like to stay in the scene. That would be like my choice if I had one, that after I'm done playing I'd be doing something.
You already said about Michael Jordan. Is he a role model or something, or do you have some other person you admire and you look up for?
I guess I don't have any like specific people. I always just look at all these like top sports players, and I look at like what they do and to stay in shape and all these kinds of things they do that people don't really like think about. Like I want to play as much as I can, so I don't have any flaws in my gameplay or anything. And I would always attribute that to like Michael Jordan. He always wanted to play as much as he could, like as humanly as he could, because I think we can play as Dota players a lot of Dota, while basketball players, they like physically get fatigued and stuff. We may get mentally fatigued, but I don't think it's as bad as what the basketball players have to do to become like the top. So I don't want to take advantage of the fact that like I'm not always going to be the best forever, but I may be if I keep trying and I keep playing the best I can in pubs and everything.
It's psychology of the champion. Yeah, a really important thing to do. Thank you very much for the interview. Maybe a few words for the fans.
I'd just like to thank all the people that are coming out and all the people that are watching from home. I think we'll always hear your support. I always get some nice tweets after some rough loss or something, so things have changed. I remember before people would just flame all the time if we lose, but when I check my Twitter, mostly it's just positive things and telling us to keep fighting, so it's a nice change of pace, and I'd like to thank everybody supporting us.
Thank you very much. Thank you guys for watching.